My name is Ben Kentfield, and I work at the Herald News, your local newspaper. I want to welcome you all to the second annual graduation motivation event. This is made possible through generous sponsorship of Pacific Power as well as KCC and OIT. I want to thank the administrators from your schools for bringing you to this event. We know that it takes a lot of work and planning to get you all together, so we greatly appreciate it. Graduation motivation is the first of two bookends for the school year that show you how much your community and faculty care about your graduation and your future.
Good morning, everybody. Let's see, this mic doesn't come off, so I'll have to stay here by the podium, and that's fine. So, I was listening to Arik Jackson speak just a minute ago, and he was talking about, a common theme throughout his presentation was about fake and phony people, and I was thinking about my personal experience and how real it was for me growing up here in the Klamath Basin. Oh, here we go, Mike. That is awesome. All right, so now we can hear me. All right, so I grew up right here in Klamath Falls. I actually went to KU. Where's KU at out there? Yeah, I'll get to you next. So I went to KU, and you know what? For a long time, I did not think I was going to go to college. I was from a poor family, and not a lot of college graduates in my family. In fact, there was only one that graduated while I was in high school. So there was not a whole lot of education, and that wasn't a goal in my childhood. But you know what, as I grew up, I started looking at, the benefits of college. I was talking to my high school counselors, and I realized, you know what, I'm going to give this college thing a shot after high school, and I did. And I absolutely can guarantee that I would not be where I am today if I did not go to college. So at this time, I am currently KCC's Outreach and Recruitment Coordinator. I am Jared Dill. I'm also on the radio. You might have heard me on KLAD, Sunny 107 and Big 98.5 FM. Yeah, talking about the latest happenings at KCC and things going on in the Klamath Basin. So we're going to have a little game show today. So let's see, we already saw KU. Where's Mazama at out there? Let me... The competition is already starting, I see. So, all right, where is Henley at? Spirit I'm hearing out here. So let's see, do we have Bonanza in the audience? Bonanza over there, yeah. Do we have Eagle Ridge High School here? All right, we have, I know they're from far away, but did Gilchrist make it out? There we go, right there. All right, Chiloquin. Chiloquin right there, all right. Do we have Lost River here? And we have Butte Valley here. Yeah, Butte Valley, all right. So here's what I want you to do. I want each school to send one male and one female representative up here on stage. Come on stage, don't be shy. What school do we have here? Butte Valley. And who do we have over here? Hillcrest, okay. And here?
Lost River.
Lost River. KU. And Chiloquin at the end, okay, so now that we've got all these students on stage, I want to say that I played a little trick here. We're not actually versing schools against schools. I want the males on one side and the females on the other. It's males versus males today, or males versus females today. So let's have males over there and females over here. Okay. And come up further on stage. I want you guys to light a little more. So let's get over there for the males and females over here, okay? So let me turn on my clicker so I can go through our questions and we can start our KCC's College Knowledge Showdown. All right. So here's how the game is going to work. These are college questions. Everything from KCC is involved. There's the Oregon PROMIS. We talked about FAFSA a little bit. And so there's various college questions. So after I ask a question, you will have 30 seconds to talk among your team and try to come up with a consensus for an answer. So each question is worth 10 points, and then the team with the most points at the end wins. And there are prizes, and we'll see those at the end. So is everybody ready to play? All right, right, so question number 1, 30 seconds on the clock. What date does the Oregon PROMIS and FAFSA open for submission? You got 30 seconds. So let's go. On the count of 3, 2, 1. All right. 10 points on each side. So yes, that is October. Let's go back. That thing's clicking too well. Too well. So yes, October 1st each year, both the Oregon PROMIS and FAFSA open up. So here's a question. So now has anybody ever seen The Price is Right? Okay, so what you want to do here is you want to guess closest to the number without going over. So that's the goal with this. You want to try to get as close to the can as you can to the number without going over. The team that gets closest to the average class size gets the point. So you guys have 30 seconds to talk about it. Oh, sure. To clarify, it is the average class size, like the sitting in a classroom class, not a graduation class. You guys ready over here? You look confident. Right, send your representative up to the middle. It looks like the girls got a little more time. All right, we'll do it one last time. At the count of 3, 3, 2, 1.
14.
Oh, that's 14 and 14. 17, and we got 14. Girls get the points there. It is 15. 15 is the average class size. All right. Next question. Okay, now there is a dictionary definition for it. I do not want the dictionary definition. In fact, if you get the gist of it, if you get even close, you get points. I will put the definition on the board after I'm done with the question, but you don't need to get as close and technical as that. So 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go.
They got it. Because I put forward one and then the
All right, you guys look like you're confident again and have answers. So send up a representative to the middle. You're the lucky guy. All right. So we're going to do it the way we've done it before. Well, you know what? Since this is a longer answer, you guys can each take a second to talk about it. So let's go with girls first, I guess. What is your answer for the articulation agreement?
My answer is it's an agreement you have to sign before you take college classes.
Okay, and what do the guys think?
We kind of figured out it's like a college contract. Basically, the college tells you how they want you to act, and you do that.
All right, so this is a big reason I put this on the board today. Actually, neither side got that right. So an articulation agreement is an agreement between two entities of higher education that basically means the credits from one will transfer to another for a program or degree at that institution. The reason that is so important is that you can come to KCC, earn credits in our programs, and we have articulation agreements with colleges and universities throughout the state, and not only throughout Oregon, but the West Coast as well. So KCC is a place to start and get your credits, and then you can transfer to any four-year in the area. So we do have another question related to this, and this is a bonus. That was on there for just a second. So the bonus question, double points here. Can you name 4 universities KCC has articulation agreements with? There are more than 4 universities by far, but if you can name just 4, that's good enough. So 30 seconds on the clock again. I like that I have them thinking a little more on these questions. You guys good over there? All right, send somebody up. All right. So since this is just 4 quick answers, we'll do the 3, 2, 1 thing again, and I'll hear those schools. So let's hear them. 3, 2, 1.
I want to see Oregon State, U of L, or Southern Oregon.
Or University of Portland.
Yeah, you both actually got that bonus point for both. Oh, another question. But Oregon Tech, SOU, U of O, OSU, EOU, PSU, University of Portland as well. So there's many, many schools throughout the state of Oregon and the West Coast that I mentioned that we have these agreements with. So as I said, great way to transfer. On to the next question. What does the Oregon Promise pay for? I'll give you a hint. It does not pay for everything. All right. The guys are looking confident again. Actually, you guys have done really well. In fact, the ladies right now are only 10 points ahead, essentially one question ahead, so it's a pretty tight game right now. Yeah, we do need a buzzer. All right. Representative, send a guy. All right, so this is a longer answer, so you guys can take time to answer it individually. So, what does the Oregon Promise pay for?
2 years of community college in Oregon.
All right, and what did the lady say?
2 free years of community college, and you can also transfer to other community colleges in Oregon.
See, that's kind of right. I'll give it to both teams. So, Oregon Promise pays for tuition. It pays for up to 2 years of tuition at school. So as I mentioned, it's not all free. You have to pay for your fees and your books. So you still pay money to the school. So these are kind of complicated questions, but these are questions that you need to ask yourself while you're filling out those admissions applications for colleges around the state. You have to know how this stuff works. So that's why we're having this game show today. So yes, it does pay for tuition up to 2 years with those books and fees. You have to remember to budget for those. And that's a gimme. This clicker is more sensitive than I thought it was. Okay, well, can anybody take a guess on what that is?
39.
Yeah, so yes, we offer 39 degrees at KCC. Everything from fire science, culinary. We have auto diesel techs. We have welding. We have all kinds of opportunities to give students degrees that make them career ready, and all of those are eligible for the Oregon Promise. So yes, once again, that was 39 degrees. So here's one. How many certificates does KCC offer? I'll give you a hint. We've been working on these. We have several already. For example, phlebotomy, we offer that. We offer a license, the commercial driver's license. I've kind of thrown that into the certificate options. So just to give an idea, there are a few out there. So discuss and let me know. Yes, we're doing it Price is Right style again. Yes, closest to the actual number without going over. All right, send somebody to the middle. All right, so we'll do this both at the same time. So 3, 2, 1.
53.
11. So yeah, guys got that one. We actually have 37. So you know what? We need to go to the lightning round. We have a tie right now between both teams. So here's something that's fun. Can anybody tell me the name of KCC's mascot? Take some time to talk about that. You might know what the animal is, but do you know what his name is? It's a name. Yeah. Our mascot actually has a name. It's hard to believe. The name of the mascot. Yeah. Knowing what kind of creature he is helpful as well, but he has a name. What? All right, let's come to the middle. All right, we'll do it again the 3, 2, 1 way, and let's see what we got. So 3, 2, 1.
Jose.
Barry.
Barry was close. It's actually Baxter. So that was pretty close. That was close. Okay, so we have another lightning round question, which is great. So let's see. I'm going to have to come up with this one off the top of my head. So let's see. Does anybody know what the last time you could enroll for fall term at KCC is? Like how many days before the term starts? Yeah, and this will be one of those closest to without going over the Price is Right style. How many days? Like, yeah, just number. You don't need to give an exact date. All right, ready over here? Send somebody up. All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. 2 weeks.
Within the first week of school.
So it's actually, well, let's see, within the first week of school. So that's not technically, I mean, you can register the first day that it starts, but that you have to get a signature from your professor and stuff. 2 weeks is a little over, but you know, that's more technically right because it's before school starts. That's what you want to really do. So the guys win. The guys win. So yes, the actual answer is 3 days. The Friday before school starts is the last time you have to register. So give our ladies a hand. Thank you for participating. Thank you very much. All right. Guys, come on over here. You each get a $25 gift card to the KCC bookstore. They've got food in there too. All right, there you go. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for playing. There you go. You're welcome. Yeah, I like that enthusiasm. Yeah, that's kind of Sig says, I don't want to break my neck. I feel the same way. So we do have our contact information coming up here. You can always contact us via phone. There's our phone number, web.klamathcc.edu. We have all our latest information up there. You can check us out on Facebook. We're always posting about events. In fact, right now is KCC's Welcome Week. So we're really ramping up student life events at the KCC campus. So if you come to KCC next year, we're going to have lots of things. Everything from a Dia de los Muertos event. We're going to have our annual casino night like we always have. A lot of great student life events on campus. So check those out on Twitter and Facebook as well.